morning and welcome. This is Channel 31. Next is our regular program by Bandu and Kingsley. Stay informed.
Good morning, Kingsley.
Morning, Bandu.
Kingsley, the other day I was thinking how fortunate we expatriate Sri Lankans are to live in a country like Australia. Because when you consider, even at federal government and state government level, they encourage you for you to maintain your cultural identity, and we are given the freedom to practice our own religion. If you look at Melbourne, all the surroundings, there is a temple close to everyone, and our children can get educated in Sinhala as a subject up to VCE, and every weekend there is a cultural show we can enjoy, right? So this is a good environment to live.
Yeah, that's true, Bandu. And also, Australia has come out quite well in a lot of rankings,
right?
When they compare with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm glad you brought this up because recently there was a report, and that was a ranking which you may have heard about this.
Yeah, this is a credible report from UNDP.
Yeah, that's the one where I think it's the United Nations Development Program.
Right.
They have a ranking, an index called the Human Development Index. Now, the index, Bandu, was basically created to emphasize that people and their capabilities should be the ultimate criteria for assessing the development of a country, not the economic growth.
Right.
Right. So this report came out of giving the 2015 figures. But before we discuss the figures, Bandu, the HDI, the Human Development Index, takes into account certain factors: life expectancy,
right,
education,
yeah,
and the per capita income,
right,
and they weight it in a certain way.
So it's a sort of a composite index, which gives you an indication of how happy you are.
Well, how people are being faring, and also it, I think, may give rise to policy decisions for government too.
Right.
Also, now the first criteria, as I said, is life expectancy.
Right.
A long and healthy life, and that's a life expectancy at birth. Now, the second criteria, Bandu, as we said, is the education index, which is the mean years of schooling and expected years of schooling.
Right. That's stipulated by all the government authorities.
Yes. Okay. And then the third criteria is a decent standard of living, which is what they call the GNI, which is the gross national income per capita. Now, the health dimension is assessed, as I said, by the life expectancy at birth. Right? The education dimension is measured by the means of schooling for adults aged 25 years, right? And more. Now, so, Bandu, the recent report which came out was the 2015 report, which was based on estimated based on figures from the 2014.
Right.
Now, Norway was ranked number 1. And would you believe, Australia was ranked number 2.
Yeah, even above UK and USA and so on.
That's the thing, Bandhu. I mean, I looked at the report. It's a fairly long, massive. It's a fairly big report, and I looked at the rankings, and we can't go through the whole lot because so many countries are involved. But as I said, Norway was number 1. Australia is number 2. Germany was number 6. Would you believe that the United States is number 8? And Canada and New Zealand was tied to at number 9.
Right.
Now, the UK was number 14.
Yeah.
Yes, and now you will want to know how our birthplace was,
Yeah.
Sri Lanka was number 73. Now, Bandhu, when I looked at it, I saw 73, but 73 in the compared to the rest of the rankings I thought to myself, was not all that bad, because there are some countries, I think in the African continent, which were ranked like 185 or something.
Actually, a couple of years ago, Sri Lanka was ranked, this is economically, that we were middle income earning countries, not the third world anymore.
So I thought how lucky we are that we are living in Australia. And also, Bandhu, there was some study done in the last couple of years where Melbourne, in a different study, was ranked number 1
as
the most livable city, most livable city in the world, right? And I think it was for the last 2 years it's been like that.
Yeah, that's.
So you and I, we are living in Melbourne.
Yeah, we are very fortunate to live in Melbourne, which is a very tolerant society here.
So I thought, our viewers would be pleased to know that we are. We chose the right place.
That's right.
So,
especially
anyway, I thought I'll just bring it to the people's notice.
Okay.
And by the way, Bandhu, if people want to have a look at this report, they can go to the internet and download the report. The report itself is fairly big, and so it's a bit of reading.
Okay, Kingsley. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Bandhu.
That's all the time we have today. Till we meet you again from another program, I am Mihri Disanayaka.